A lot of damage down in the Lusk area as well. A friend of mine was down and is working on trying to help them get electricity back. But I've also seen a number of images from the Lusk Chamber of Commerce. And joining us this morning is the director of the Chamber of Commerce, Jackie. Jackie, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So when you hear a forecast like that, you cannot be too thrilled with the idea of more moisture headed your way.
No, we are not.
Tell me a little bit about what happened yesterday afternoon.
Well, it started during the evening and stuff like that, about probably 11 o'clock or midnight, somewhere in there. It just started raining, and then with the rain that we already had in the rivers and a few of the dams and that kind of stuff, it just kind of let loose. I know my dad's rain gauge is 6 inches, and it was full.
Wow.
Past capacity, yeah.
And what happened to town? I saw a pretty good wall of water that went through town. Is it still standing in town?
A lot of it is. Now, the main street is kind of cleared up as far as the rain. There's a lot of mud and stuff there right now. But we had up to some places, like down by the Silver Dollar Bar, that corner had up to 6 feet of water on the highway. Down by our office and Bloomers and that place, we had up to 2 feet of water. So a lot of the businesses, of course, are closed for today, either trying to clean up, get some stuff to higher ground, that kind of stuff. Like I said, all that has receded, but it still has already done the damage.
Yeah, Jackie, I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures of some of the surrounding highways, but over by Manville, 1820 is
yes.
It's separated. It's going to be weeks before they can open that back up, I'm afraid.
Right.
And
right.
You're almost in an isolated situation now because all of the highways are seeing similar type of damage, aren't they?
Correct. All of our roads are closed except for south. You can go south on 85, but the rest of the roads are closed. And a lot of that is they just don't want people getting here and then not being able to go anywhere because we have no electricity and we have no water at this point in time.
I know they're working on the electricity at this time.
Right.
The water, unfortunately, too much water just overwhelmed the system, and there's nothing that you can do about that until everything gets cleaned up. So you tell me, Jackie, is there anything that we as a community of Casper can do for you as a community of Lusk?
Not that I know of right offhand. Just keep praying. We may have some people that are dislocated and stuff like that, so we may have a need for, clothing or whatever, but Lusk is pretty self-sufficient, and most people have chipped in and helped take care of others and have cooked some meals for others who just have electric stoves and those kind of things. So at this point in time, I think we're okay. Now, if there are people that are displaced, I want them to know they can go out to the fairgrounds. That's our emergency place right now. And they are taking buses from Manville to Lusk as well. So people can get from in Manville to Three Sisters. They will pick them up there and bring them into town.
Yeah, and for those in the community who are listening this morning, Decker's is open. The credit card machine is working, so if you need to get groceries, you can certainly head into town for that. But again, standing water avoided at all costs. There's a lot of damage to roads and highways and byways there in the Lusk community, so be very, very careful. Have you seen, Jackie, the forecast for the next 3-4 days?
It looks like more rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think our drought, at least in Lusk, is definitely over.
No
and
kidding.
That kind of stuff. So,
well,
yeah.
And unfortunately, we've also seen this, Buffalo with 5 inches of rainfall. They certainly didn't have this level of damage, it doesn't sound like. But there are more communities that will be suffering. Jackie, again, if there's anything that we can do, please don't hesitate to call to let us know what we as a community can do for you and the folks in the Lusk area.
Okay, we appreciate that very much.
You bet. Jackie, thanks so much for the time this morning. Jackie Bredthauer, again, director of the Lusk Chamber of Commerce, and she has also given me permission, Raj, to share a number of pictures with the folks here of what has been happening in Lusk. Those will be up and will be available to you here very shortly online at k2radio.com. And, of course, we'll keep you up to date with all the latest here and online as well, k2radio.com.